What's up? What's up? Hello orchid fans, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, thank you so much for joining me today. I've got another orchid in bloom, so I'm super excited. This is my Paphiopedilum Black Jack. And it's got a really nice bloom. I don't think it's fully open yet, to be honest. I think it should get completely flat, because I got this orchid in bloom a year ago, and if I remember right, I think the bloom was pretty much in full, it was flat, fully open. But have a look at it. It's really dark purple, and it's basically a uniform color, which is quite unusual for paphs, I think. Quite a few of them would have stripes, and this one you can see the veins kind of going through, the top petal or sepal. I don't know the difference between the two. But it is just one color. The lip is the same color as well, and it looks a lot darker on the video, but it is pretty much the same as the rest of the bloom. And the orchid itself is it is actually getting quite big now. The leaves are dark, and they are kind of mottled leaves as well. You can see from if I put it close enough. Yeah, you can see it's actually quite big. So when I got this plant, it already had a fan which was blooming, which I think was this one here, and then it had this fan already growing as well. It felt like it's taking forever for that fan to develop, but Paphiopedilums are generally quite slow growers, so I guess it's it's normal. And then it's now got this fan developing pretty nicely. It's already getting quite big. The leaves are still quite small, so obviously it will still take time for all these leaves to mature and, for that fan to be big. And then I've got another fan right there. You can see it's just really starting to grow, so it is still very small. I also have like a tiny leaf on this side. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's right by the base. So I don't know if another fan will develop from there or not. That leaf was like that for about, I must have seen it about a couple months ago, and it doesn't seem to really be moving much. So I'm not too sure if it will do anything. But this bloom is just phenomenal. It's not fragrant. There is no fragrance to the bloom. Usually these can be open for quite a while. When I got it in bloom, I think it bloomed for another week or two, and obviously I don't know when it opened before I got it. Plus it obviously went through all the stress, so of moving from nursery to here, different environment, and I probably repotted it pretty soon after I got it, so it's gone through quite a lot of stress, and it still managed to kind of keep itself intact, so that was pretty cool. If I try and put the whole plant in one shot, you can see the spike is actually quite tall. So these fans here, they don't really take that much space, but when it starts pushing the spike up, I just put it on a top shelf in my grow space, because it would not fit where it normally sits. But yeah, it kept developing the spike really nicely, and yeah, this bloom is just amazing. So what I'll do is once I know how long it's gonna bloom for, I will put that kind of date range in the description, so that if you watch this video later on, you can actually see in the description how long it was blooming for. It only opened a couple days ago, and it wasn't fully flat yet, so really today seems it's like the first day when it's totally flat. And it's, as I say, I think these petals or sepals at the bottom. I think they will actually go even more flat. But you know, you will see this orchid in my future videos, I'm sure. So you'll be able to kind of judge by, you know, what it looks like in the future. But yeah, I really like this dark color. I will be repotting this after it's finished blooming, because it's potted in a seedling bark, and Paphiopedilums are famous for not liking the media to go off at all. I mean, even if it starts going off, the roots will just die pretty much straight away. But you can see how many roots I've got in the pot. It's crazy. It's done really, really well on the root front as well. So, you know, I don't want to lose any of these roots, so I'm gonna have to repot it as soon as this bloom is finished. And I'm thinking to actually repot it in leca, because that way, you know, the media is not gonna go off, which will hopefully kind of protect the roots a bit more. And you know, I can only repot it every couple years, 2 to 3 years, just to kind of freshen up the pot and just get rid of all the roots. But yeah, I just keep it watered. You know, I don't really let the media dry out very much, and it seems to really like that. It is a terrestrial orchid, so it's not gonna grow roots, you know, from like aerial roots. It grows all the roots inside the pot. And I keep it in this decorative pot as well, which is not transparent, it's dark, so that yeah, the roots don't really get too much light. They don't really seem to like, you know, having light. I mean, given it's a terrestrial orchid, it kind of makes sense. So yeah, this is how I grow my Paphiopedilum, and it seems super vigorous. So yeah, and this bloom is amazing, and hopefully in the next couple of years I can actually get more than one spike. If I manage to get, you know, a couple fans to grow in a year, then it should give me more blooms as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and let's see how it goes. And that was all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and again, thank you so much for taking the time, you know, to have a look at my videos. It really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.